Hey everyone, ETA313 here, and today for you guys I have a sort of fake unboxing of the new, that was just released, Magic Duel Deck Anthology. It's a very big box. So, Magic the Gathering on December 5th, they released a Duel Deck Anthology that has 4 of the old Duel decks that, you know, brand new, sealed. If you find them on Amazon, can go for like $200 at least. So when this came out, it was a huge deal. You've got a whole bunch of old cards, great cards, by the way, and you know, alternative art for some of them. And it's just a really, really big deal to get this thing. And it's very limited. You know, every store I called around to said, no, we're out, no, we're out. We only got 6. So if like 10 comic shops in the city I live in only got 6 each, that's not very many. So it was a lot of hard work to go around and find this, and it's very expensive, but it's my Christmas present to myself. We'll put it that way. So it comes in this huge blue box. I hope you can see that. And the cool thing about this box is that it's like foiled. I don't know if you can see, but it's super shiny, super big, and it's foiled. It's a really, really cool box. Now, once we get to what's inside, we have, this was originally came on the back of the box, but it just kind of gives you a glimpse of the decks that are in the box. So the decks that are in the box for the old Duel decks is Elves vs. Goblins, Garak vs. Liliana, Angelic vs. Demonic, and Jace vs. Shaundra. So, and I didn't know this originally, but the box does come with 2 limited edition spin dials, or spin downs, whatever you like to call them, that are super cool, and only come with this box. But it's like a blue marbled effect, and it's super glittery. It's so cool. And the other one is a gray marbled effect, glittery sort of thing. So when you open up the box, this is kind of the view you get. There's lots of cool stuff. It looks awesome. And even the boxes that they made for putting the decks in are foiled. So the boxes in here are alone just cool. So I will start with the Elves vs. Goblin deck. Everything I've already opened just because I could not wait. And I bought this late last night where lighting would have been terrible to make the actual unboxing video. But I just had to open it and I couldn't wait. So it's not really an unboxing, it's just showing it off. So this is the foil card that comes with it, Ambush Commander. Forest you control are 1/1 green elf creatures that are still lands, and you pay 2, sacrifice an elf, and target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. I already put it in a sleeve. So some of the cards that come in here, I'll just quickly go through it, otherwise this will take way too long. You get Wood Elves, Allosaurus Rider, Voice of the Woods, Liliana Huntmaster, Sylvan Messenger, Timberwatch Elf, Well-Wisher, you get 2 of those, Wren's Run Vanquisher, Gempalm Strider, Wood Elves, Harmonize, Slate of Ancestry, that's one of the rares in the deck. Did I already go through any of the other rares? Because I will read the rares out. But it's pay 4, tap, discard your hand, draw a card for each creature you control. Which, if it's an elf token deck, could be a lot. I think I already said Gempalm Strider. Imperious Perfect. You get 2 Imperious Perfects. So other elf creatures you control get +1/+1. Pay 1 green, tap, put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token onto the battlefield. So, really great elf card. And we get Wirewood Symbiote. I think that's how you say it. Wirewood Lodge, which is pretty cool, land. Elvish Promenade, Elvish Harbinger, Heedless One, Elvish Eulogist, Elvish Warrior, Wirewood Herald, Stonewood Invoker. Oh, put some of these upside down. Llanowar Elves. Oh my goodness, why are these all upside down? You get some Tranquil Thickets, some Moonglove Extract, Wild Size, Giant Growth, and a whole bunch of lands. And it also comes with the elf tokens, which personally I've had a hard time trying to find elf tokens, but now comes with it, which is awesome. I'll put that away later. And this is the fancy elf box it comes in. It's super cool. Elves. And now we'll do the goblin part. I love these boxes. They're so cool. So the rare foil that this deck comes with is Siege Gang Commander. So when it enters the battlefield, put 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens onto the battlefield. You pay 2, sacrifice a goblin, and it deals 2 damage to target creature or player, which is pretty decent. Whoops. So you have Goblin War Chief, Goblin Ringleader, Skirk Drill Sergeant, Flame Wave Invoker, Aki Coal Flinger. Interesting. Goblin Burrows, which is a great goblin land. And you get a tribal enchantment, Boggart Shenanigans. And Boggarts are kind of like the goblin equivalent in, Lorwyn universe. Tar Pitcher, Skirk Prospector, Kirk Drill Sergeant, Skirk Fire Marshal, which is the rare, well, a rare, but it's pro red, and tap 5 untapped goblins you control and deals 10 damage to each creature and each player. So it's a very vicious card. And then you also get Clicks Slither. I think that's how you say it. But it has haste, and you sacrifice a goblin. It gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. It's pretty cool. My husband has a tribal goblin deck, so most of these cards, pardon me, he'll be using. So you get Mog War Marshal, Ib Halfheart, Goblin Tactician. So he's a legendary creature, and whenever another goblin you control becomes blocked, you sack it. If you do, it deals 4 damage to each creature blocking it. So, and you can also sack 2 mountains, put 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens onto the battlefield. I love the flavor text for this one. Everybody but me, charge! It's funny. You get a Mog Fanatic, Reckless One, Goblin Matron, Gempalm Incinerator, Spitting Earth, Skirk Shaman, Mud Button Torch Runner, Goblin Sledder, Goblin Cohort, Emberwild Augur, I think that's how you say it, Raging Goblin, Tar Fire, and you get a Forgotten Cave land. So very cool, very cool. Put the box aside, repackage it later. And next I will do the Jace for Shaundra. This is the deck box. It's very cool. Now out of all the decks in here, this one I believe has the most value in it. I believe. So you get Jace Beleren, Planeswalker. His +2, each player draws a card. -1, target player draws a card. -10, target player puts the top 20 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So it's a very good mill card. Why do I keep yawning? Okay, so one of the rares is you get Ancestral Vision. So it's got Suspend 4. Oh, and it's 1 blue to cast. Target player draws 3 cards. And you get Daze, which I believe is an expensive card. You may return an island you control to its owner's hand rather than pay its mana cost. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. And you have Counter Spell, which is one of like the original awesome counters. And then you have Fact or Fiction. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put one pile in your hand and the other into your graveyard. Interesting. Terrain Generator. You may put a basic land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. So essentially you get to put 2 lands a turn if you pay for it. You get Condescend, Gush, Guile, I think that's what it's called, and it's one of the rares. It can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. If a spell or ability you control would counter a spell, instead exile that spell, and you may play that card without paying its mana cost. When it is put into a graveyard from anywhere, you shuffle it into your library. So there you go. There's a glance at that creature. And going on, you get Wall of Deceit, Muldrifter, Mana War, Quicksilver Dragon, Willbender, Fledging Mawcore, Waterspout Djinn, Riftwing Cloudskate, Repulse, Brine Elemental, Martyr of Frost, Fathom Seer, Void Mage Apprentice, Ophidian, Spire Golem, Errant Ephemeron, I don't know how you say that, Air Elemental, Bottle Gnomes, I love that card, it's just funny, Aether Snipe, Mind Stone, and then you get a whole bunch of islands for the deck. So that is the Jace deck. Pretty cool. Next I will do the Shaundra. And you get Shaundra Nalar. That's her card. And it's +1. She deals 1 damage to target player. -X, she deals X damage to target creature. And -8, she deals 10 damage to target player and each creature he or she controls. So that's Shaundra. And some of the cards we get are Incinerate, Flame Javelin, Inner Flame Acolyte, Hostility, Rakdos Pit Dragon, Magma Jet, Demon Fire, Flametongue Kavu, Fire Blast, Seal of Fire, and Keldon Megalith's special land, Slith Firewalker, Flame Wave Invoker, Firebolt, Soulbright Flamekin, Pyre Charger, Slith Firewalker, I think I already said that one, Flamekin Brawler, Fire Slinger, Oxida Golem, Chartooth Cougar, Furnace Whelp, Ingot Chewer, Cone of Flame, Fireball, and then you get your mountains. Holy smokes, lots of cool stuff. I'll do Garak versus Liliana. Pardon me for all the yawning. I am tired, I suppose. Oh, I'll show off the box first. This is the shiny, shiny foil box. And of course you get Garak Wild Speaker. And his +1, untap 2 target lands. -1, put a 3/3 green beast creature token onto the battlefield. And -4, creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. As for the cards we get in the deck, excuse me, Invigorate, Treetop Village, 2 Rancors, which is super awesome. Don't know if you could see that. Nature's Lore, Beast Attack, Elephant Guide, Lignify, Indrik Stomp Howler, Stampeding Wildebeests, Rude Awakening, Plated Slagworm, Ravenous Baloth, Wirewood Savage, Wild Mongrel, Overrun, Windstorm, Harmonize, Serrated Arrows, Giant Growth, Genju of the Cedars, Croson Tusker, Blastoderm, I think that's how you say it, Vine Trellis, Albino Troll, Basking Rootwalla, Slippery Karst as a funky land, and all the forests. So, really cool. I'm excited about the Rancors, especially since there's 2 of them. Now, for the Liliana side of things, this deck doesn't have much value in it. It's mostly like just imps and stuff. So this is the Liliana Vess. And her +1 is target Planeswalker discards a card. Oh, Planeswalker. Blech. Thinking Liliana. Target player discards a card. -2, search your library for a card, then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. And -8, put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. So I'm definitely going to be using this for one of my reanimator decks I just made. Oh my gosh, yawning so much. So some of the cards we get in here: Drudge Skeletons, Urborg Siphon Mage, Tendrils of Corruption, Vicious Hunger, Ghost Lit Stalker, Death Greeter, Howling Banshee, Fleshbag Marauder, Rise from the Grave, Enslave, Genju of the Fens, Keening Banshee, Skeletal Vampire, Snuff Out. I especially love this card because my favorite Magic the Gathering artist did the art, and that is Steve Argyle. He is super, super awesome at art. Mutilate, Bad Moon, Vampire Bats, Ravenous Rats, Phyrexian Rager, Wall of Bone, Fairy Macabre, I have no idea, Twisted Abomination, Signing Blood, Ichor Slick, Hideous End, Corrupt, and a Polluted Mire for your special land. So those are some of the cards that come in here. I'm not too pumped about this deck per se, just because I don't know. I don't find it as interesting. I don't know if I already showed you guys the box, but there is the super cool Liliana box. Okay, now the deck that I am most excited for is the Angelic deck out of the Angelic vs. Demonic. That's the cool deck. Has a chroma on it. I'm a big fan of angels, and there are a whole bunch of angels in here that are low cast angels that I'm super excited about because I need them for one of my tribal angel decks. So of course we get the super awesome angel, Akroma, and she has flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and red, and she is a 6/6 flying angel. She's super cool. And some of the cards we get in here. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, you guys. Pacifism, Sarah Angel, Face Fetters, Twilight Shepherd, Rhea Dawnbringer, which is a really cool angel too. She is a legendary creature, and flying, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And I like the flavor text on this card. You have not died until I consent. Super cool. We have Luminous Angel, Angelic Page. I'm going to say Icatician Priest, or I don't know. I can't pronounce half the stuff on these cards. Sarah Advocate, Angelic Protector, Charging Paladin, Angel of Mercy. We get 2 of those. Sustainer of the Realm, Otherworldly Journey, Angel Song, Righteous Cause, Sarah's Embrace, Angelic Benediction, Sarah's Boon, Healing Salve, Venerable Monk, Angel's Feather, Marble Diamond, and the special land we get is Secluded Steppe, or Steep. I don't know how you say it, but that's it. I am so excited for this deck. All these cards are probably going to be going into my commander decks. Of course, my husband and I are going to play all these decks as they are before we actually, tear them apart and put them into other decks. Most people would scold me for doing that, but I will keep all the cards, but I am certainly putting them into some commander decks. So this is the fancy box for the demonic version. And we get Lord of the Pit as our foil. He is a demon creature with flying trample, and at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature other than him. If you can't, Lord of the Pit deals 7 damage to you. So it can be a very vicious, evil card. And the most expensive card, I think, out of all the cards you get in this set is Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor is the best tutor. So you search your library for a card and put that card into your hand, then shuffle your library. And it's only a 2 cast. Hi, Cecil. My cat is meowing in the background. So the cards you get in here is Stinkweed Imp, Reaver Demon, Dark Ritual, Soul Drinker, Soot Imp, Dagger Claw Imp, Breeding Pit, Barter in Blood, Duress, Abyssal Spectre, Consume Spirit, Demon's Horn, Corrupt, Promise of Power, Karoo Pit Lord, Legendary Creature, Fallen Angel, Abyssal Gatekeeper, Oni Possession, I think that's how you say it, Cruel Edict, Dark Banishing, Unholy Strength, Cackling Imp, Demon's Jester, Overeager Apprentice, Dusk Imp, Foul Imp, and the special land you get is Barren Moor. So that's the special land. So that is all the dual decks. I would have gone through them more in depth, but it would take way too long. Let me know what you guys think about this, because personally I am just blown away. It is so awesome. I love this purchase. I went over most of the card value last night, and the card value for this box is well over what you would pay for it. It's about $230 according to Star City prices. And, you know, the value is just amazing for what you pay for it. And I highly suggest this anthology of the dual decks. It is amazing buy, very hard to find, and one day the value will be super, super incredible, just like all the from the vault stuff. So that is the Duel Deck Anthology. I hope you guys like this video. Sorry I kind of rushed through it and it wasn't an original unboxing, but that's the Duel Deck Anthology. Anyways, ETA313 out.